Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're all doing well. Still got a hoarse throat. Shit, can't hardly talk. But did a video last night. It's not doing very well, so I decided to do another video. And I think it was one of the subscribers. I cannot remember your name, so please forgive me. But you wanted me to show my Judas Priest collection, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what we do in the VC is show our collection. Unfortunately, my collection, I lost most of it years ago in 2011 when a tornado went through my town. And so I've kind of rebuilt it. I had some stuff that I managed to save, but I didn't get to save everything, which is okay. I don't have every Judas Priest album. I'm missing Sin After Sin, which I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. That's not a hard one to find. I don't have Demolition. I didn't really care for that album, to be honest with you. And I didn't like Nostradamus, so I don't have that album either. But I have everything else. Predominantly, I guess it's half and half, vinyl and CD. But what kicked this off is the new Judas Priest album released last year, Invincible Shield, which this has been in constant rotation ever since I picked it up. I love this damn album. Love it to pieces. It's their best album they've released in a long freaking time. And I like all their, Firepower, Redeemer of Souls and all those. But this one I could say easily is up there with Painkiller with me. Absolutely love everything about this album. The guitar solos, Rob Halford's vocals are freaking on point. Drumming, songwriting, choruses, it just sounds like a Judas Priest record. And like I said, it's up there with Painkiller. Painkiller is actually my favorite Judas Priest album, and I'd say this is number 2 right now, and it could pass it. I mean, I just absolutely love this thing. I need to get it on vinyl. I'll pick this Digipack up, and I talked to George at George's Room of Rock the night I was listening to this album. We was chatting. I was like, this album was just blowing me away. Every freaking track on it. There is not a dud on this fucker. I love Panic Attack. The Serpent and the King. I freaking love that one. The title track. Devil in Disguise. There is not a bad song on this. And it really inspired me to show my Judas Priest collection, which, there is some reissues. I had to go that way. I know there's a couple of guys that want to see OG presses. I don't have that many in this collection. Most of this is reissues. So, but it's Judas Priest collection, and then I'm talking about my favorite band and what I really like about it. But I decided to show this one first because, like I said, this album just took me by storm. I freaking love this thing. I haven't felt this way about a Judas Priest album since Painkiller, to be really freaking honest with you. In the background, I'm kind of keeping it low. I'm playing some Glenn Tipton, Baptized in Fire. I think it was released in 97, I want to say. I'll show these offshoots. There's only 2. I only have 2. Then KK's Priest, which I kind of like this one. Kind of sounds like an extension of Jugulator, I guess, because of Ripper Owens. But killer shit. But anyway, let's get with it. First thing is, I don't have the slipcase this first was released in, but this is Hero Hero, which is a comp of the first 2 albums, Rockarola and Sad Wings of Destiny. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It used to have a slipcase, and I don't know what I did with it. I always take them out of these slipcases, and then because I didn't want to damage it. And now it's somewhere here, but fuck it. But yeah, this is okay. Not the biggest fan of this, to be honest with you. But I really wanted Sad Wings of Destiny, and I saw this. I think it was used at. No, actually, my wife bought this for me. So she found this, and I'd never seen this album cover before. Thought that was pretty neat. Of course, Rockarola. This is not the original. I think the original has the bottle cap. But I do like this artwork. It looks pretty sick. I think this was released in I did write the dates down, 74. I don't listen to this much either, really be honest with you. But I do love this album. Released in 76. Sad Wings of Destiny. I used to have this on vinyl and cassette, but now I don't have those anymore. Explain why. But this album right here, when I first heard it, it was like, holy crap, Victim of Changes. The Ripper is actually my favorite track on this. I like Deceiver. Epitaph, I know a lot of people don't really care for that, it seems like, but I love that song. Dreamer Deceiver is good too, but yeah, Sad Wings of Destiny, pretty cool. And then I'm gonna try to go in order. Stained Glass. I always thought this was stained glass when I was a kid, and I called it that for years. And then I think I was watching a VC video and I thought somebody fucked it up. I can't remember who it was, and I was like, I grabbed my copy out and I was like, oh, it is stained glass. What the fuck? Class. But this has one of my favorite Judas Priest songs on it as well. Beyond the Realms of Death, which I believe, was it Blind Guardian that covered that song? Probably a bunch of bands. I believe they are the one that covered it, but this album, Exciter, is awesome. Stained Glass, title track. Saints in Hell. But Beyond the Realms of Death is my favorite track on this album right here. This is just on Black Wax, so I'm not gonna pull it out of this bullshit right here. But fucking love this album. I think this is actually the second Judas Priest album I ever heard. It's still one of my favorites. This is Killing Machine, of course. And I think it was released 1978. So they released two full lengths in 1978, and they're both gems. Love both of these albums. My favorite tracks on this is, oh man, every song. Delivering the Goods, Hellbent for Leather. When I was a kid, I thought that was one of the heaviest songs ever, and I love the tap solo, the guitar solo in that. Another one, man, it's hard to see these. Green Man Alicia, I love that one. Running Wild. Before the Dawn, I remember when I was a kid, I loved ballads. I'm a huge ballad guy, and I love Before the Dawn. But it's another reissue. I really need to listen to this one. But I've been stuck on that damn Invincible Shield for freaking ever. So British Steel was released in 1980. This is part of my collection that I saved. You'll see that it's got some water damage, but as part of those remasters, I used to have this whole collection, and don't anymore, of course. But this album, I always loved this album, but I hardly ever listened to this thing. I used to have the greatest hits, and I'd listen to that more than actually all these. Man, my Judas Priest, this is a shame. My Judas Priest collection before it got destroyed was amazing. I had all the comps and all that shit. I had everything. But now, you know, having these is okay. But love this album. A little beat up. It is what it is, but it's a great one. And then the other one I managed to save is this album, of course. What was this one called? Point of Entry, which a lot of people frown at this album. I always thought it was fucking good. It's got Living After Midnight on it. Love, Solar Angels, and Desert Plains. Both those tracks. Fucking love those two tracks. But yeah, you can see a little bit of the water damage, but the rest of them, you should have seen the rest of them freaking destroyed. Actually, I had one more that I saved, and I'll show that in a minute. Screaming for Vengeance. This is actually, I think this is OG. Pretty sure it is. I've had it I bought this back at a flea market years ago. Probably decades ago. I've had this since I was a kid. This one's on Columbia. But it's missing the inner sleeve. I bought it used, but This album, man, every track. The Helium and the Electric Eyes, I love that. Riding the Storm, Bloodstone. Actually, you know what? George just showed, did a song ranking on Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath. Two of my favorite albums back in the old days was this one, released in '82, and then Heaven and Hell came out maybe a year or two before that. So you had those. You had this album, Killers, and Heaven and Hell, all come out about the same time. Fucking amazing album. Amazing. I love Screaming for Vengeance, and of course, The Devil's Child. I love that song. This one's killer. Let's see. One of my favorites. God dang, I love Judas Priest. Maybe it was the video I showed this album on. I'm pretty sure it was. It's the video. I did a response or something. Josh Keach's entry is when I showed this. This album goes way back. I mean, I told the story a million times, but I first wanted this album on cassette. My buddy recorded it and put Ride the Lightning by Metallica on the other side. This is back in 1985 or 86. And I didn't really care for the Metallica, but back then. But I love this fucking album right here, 1984. So this came out the same year Ride the Lightning did. Didn't really realize that. But yeah, my buddy Frank, he put this on one side on a Maxwell tape and then had Ride the Lightning on the other side. But every song on this motherfucker is freaking beast. This one's got Free Will Burn. Actually, this is probably my number 3 favorite. It would have been my number 1 for a long time until Painkiller came out. When Painkiller came out, I thought the album destroyed everything, and I'll show that soon. But this has Jawbreaker on it, The Centennials, another killer, Love Bites, Eat Me Alive, Some Heads Are Gonna Roll, that comes down. I love that. The last 2 tracks are not how much I love the songs, don't get me wrong. They just don't really fit this album for some reason. But they're still good tracks. The Defenders of Faith, 1984. This is another one. This is Turbo. So Turbo came out in 1986. This is my original copy. I did save this one, but the cover was fucked up. And I had to print the front cover off. Not too bad. And missing some stuff, but the raw water damage was pretty bad on that for some reason, but it didn't really get the back of it. But this album, Turbo, I always loved it. Turbo Lover, I always thought he was saying Terrible Lover when I was a kid. Locked and Loaded, or Locked In. I love Out in the Cold, I love that track. Wild Nights, Hot and Crazy Days. Just a really cool, kind of a glam metal album. I've always thought this was a glam metal album. Parental Guidance. But yeah, that's a fucking killer one. I'm going to listen to this later. I love Rob's vocals on Turbo Lover. I think those are some killer fucking vocals. Another one, man, when this came out, I loved it to pieces. I still do. And then my friends are like, this album sucks. I'm like, bullshit. You guys are fucking nuts. It's a badass motherfucker. This has Blood Red Skies. One of my favorite Judas Priest songs. Monsters of Rock. I thought it was heavy as fuck and dark when I was a kid. Heavy metal. Love it. Ram It Down. The title track is killer. Johnny Be Good. I didn't really care for that song, to be honest with you. But yeah, Ram It Down was a good one. Great album. And then came out my favorite Judas Priest album. But, you know, like I said, Invincible Shield's right up there with it. When this came out, I originally bought this on cassette. And then I got the CD. This album, for 1990s when it came out, it did not leave my tape deck. Actually, this album, 1990 was a fucking badass year. These 2 albums right here did not leave my tape deck. I had them both on tape. Dio, Lock Up the Wolves came out the same year. King Diamond's Them, or The Eye. The Eye came out in 1990. Testament, Souls of Black, 1990. Megadeth, Rust in Peace, 1990. I could go on for days and days how good 1990 was for metal. And this is the #1 album in 1990 for me. Painkiller. Fucking masterpiece. And of course, I have it on vinyl. I listen to the CD a lot more, to be honest with you. This one has some damage on it, so I got pretty cheap. It was at the record store. But every song, my favorite song on this would probably be either Hell Patrol or Between the Hammer and the Anvil. Fuck, every song. There's not a bad song on this fucker. This one is a fucking masterpiece. Yep. And then I got word that Judas Priest broke up. I was pissed off. It came out that Rob Halford was happy, I guess. And then they got Ripper Owens on this one. And I got this when it came out, this album right here. I love this one. I love this one. It's different. It doesn't sound like a Judas Priest album, to be honest with you. But I kind of liked how they decided to do that and change their sound. That's what the original art's supposed to look like. And then the front cover, they pixelated it almost and made it that. But, you know, it seems like I seen this on vinyl not too long ago. And why didn't I pick it up? But Cathedral Spires is my favorite track on this. It's fucking awesome. Like every track, but Jugulator released 97. Did it came out the same year this came out? I might give you the wrong year for that. I thought this came out in 97. I don't remember. Fucking killer. Jugulator's awesome. Then another favorite. Goddamn. I just say Judas Priest did not disappoint whatsoever. Don't have Demolition, but when Halford came back to Judas Priest, me and my buddy bought this the day it came out and played this fucker loud several times in a row. We drank a lot of beer to this album. So this reminds me of my buddy Hutch, R.I.P., one of my best friends. And he actually had a Judas Priest tattoo. He had that tattoo on his arm. He's the biggest Judas Priest fan I ever knew. And we got this when we found out Rob Halford was back in the band and played this motherfucker over and over again. And, you know, I think I said the same thing whenever I said the same fucking thing. I thought this album was as good as Painkiller. That's how what I do is everything has to be like this. It's my favorite Judas Priest album of all time, but where the fuck is oh, there it is, Invincible Shield. It's like, where the fuck did it go? This album right now is as good as Judas Priest Painkiller. But when this came out, I said the same fucking thing. I remember that. But Judas is Rising, Deal with the Devil, Revolution, Worth Fighting For. That's okay. Demonizer's okay. Favorite tracks is Hell Rider, and I love the fucking Ballad of Angel. Eulogy is awesome, but I remember my mom actually I was surprised, she actually liked Loch Ness. And it got me where, when I first heard it, it was okay. But now I love it. Loch Ness is badass. Man, I'm playing this motherfucker after this video. This is getting on the turntable. I haven't listened to it in a while. Love freaking Angel of Retribution. Hope this video is not fucking boring. My video is just not doing good lately. And I don't know if why. It's not interesting or something. What was next? Nostradamus came out. I didn't care for that. I did buy it, but I liked maybe a couple of tracks, and it was one of those albums. Whenever I lost my collection, I just never really picked back up. And then got this one. I never bought this on vinyl, but Redeemer of Souls. I think it was released in 2014. So yeah, I bought this the day it came out. I've never talked about this album, but I do like this album a lot. I don't listen to it that much, but there's a couple good songs on it. Halls of Valhalla I liked a lot. March of the Damned was good. What was another one? Battle Cry was good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to maybe I'll listen to Angel of Retribution and Redeemer of Souls. Yep. Good one. And then the last one I have is Firepower. And when it came out, I was like, it's almost as good as Painkiller. But it reminded me of like the color scheme reminded me of Screaming for Vengeance. So I thought this was more along that line. But yeah, this is fucking awesome album. I love it. Just on black, but Firepower is good. I actually, be honest with that, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. Lightning Strikes is good. Evil Never Dies. I love that one. Don't like Never the Heroes. Maybe I need to listen to it, but I like Necromancer. On this side, be honest with you, I don't remember a song on it. I don't know. So maybe I need to listen to Redeemer of Souls, Firepower, and I love Angel of Retribution. Love that fucking album. But now I really want to listen to. I'm gonna go on Judas Priest fucking cake. Fuck it. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you guys kind of like it. Let's see. I don't know. Angel of Retribution. Fuck. Look at that fucking artwork. It's a fucking shit. It's badass. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys like it. It's what we do in the VC. Like Jorgen said, that we should show our collection off. They've been showing him, Thomas, and Metal Mickey been showing a lot of the OG presses, which I love seeing those things. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy them. If I see them and they're priced right, I might. But for the most part, it's cool to have those. It's cool to see those, but I'm so worried of fucking those things up. And there's the great videos to watch anyway. I didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Got off work earlier, and I'm gonna put that with that. I thought about this on the way home. Way home, it's like I'm gonna show my Judas Priest collection. I'm not gonna put any description and links below. Everybody knows this kind of stuff. I was thinking about showing my King Diamond collection, Merciful Fate. I did show some of it in that ranking video I did a long time ago, but I didn't show my entire collection. So I may do that next, because I just love good old heavy metal, 80s heavy metal, and those bands, those legacy bands. Iron Maiden kind of sucked later. I didn't really care for anything after Fear of the Dark, to be honest with you. Maybe I need to check those out. I do like Brave New World, kind of. And Metallica is kind of the same. Well, actually, Metallica is okay. Megadeth is okay. I got most of their shit. I think all of it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll show my King Diamond collection next. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not making a lot of sense because I'm getting so fucking tired, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more of my collection like this, maybe my Halloween collection, I need to show that. I'll just do that. King Diamond, Halloween. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Later.